Hello everybody, it's your boy Big Chungus 2.0 here. We've actually got a smaller cast today. We've got Big Man Bob.
Hello.
Yeah, he's alive. We got Coco, who for some reason has a North Korean profile picture at the moment. we've got Longshot, who's also ginger.
Hello.
All right. We got Richard, who I don't know if he's getting his pizza or not right now.
Official eat that pussy for 5 supporter.
Yeah, right, okay, so that's his political alignment. Yep. Right, so basically, right. So Alright. So we've been having a wacky week this week. We've been having some crazy zany stuff going on, right? So first things first, right? Why is everybody simping over Kim Jong-un's sister?
Can't even keep a straight face when saying
I don't know. She's pretty ugly. If I have to say so myself.
She's not hot. She's just
I think
like
she
ugly.
is.
No, because people like see her and they're like thinking, yeah, female empowerment. You know, the person that ran the concentration camps and shit. Yeah, that person.
I think they do it as a joke.
Nah. These people, I've seen them on Twitter, bro. Like they're the same people that like slam Trump every tweet he makes.
There's people on Twitter. Oh, people on Twitter.
Female empowerment, guys. Yeah. Even though she used to run concentration camps and there's supposed to be more violence than ever. Yeah, guys.
Unless you're in North Korea, you should have no opinion on who should be the leader because they don't know the truth about what's happening. So I don't know.
There was one time North Korea actually had an election. And it's proof why Kim Jong-un is so popular because he had 99% approval. He was voted in 99%.
The other 1% was killed.
That's how. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. And apparently he's still alive, but like.
Yeah, that's he showed up for a press thing.
Oh yeah, I heard he turned himself into a pickle.
Yeah.
He's gone to a vegetative state. He turned himself into a pickle. He's pickle
I thought he was alive.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Funniest shit, bro. So how are we all doing anyways, boys? And whoever's watching, chat's a bit of a ghost town for now. So we'll just give it a few minutes, but yeah. So do you think he's actually alive?
There's a video of him being alive.
There's a video of him, but is that a
yeah, but who's taking videos in North Korea?
Yeah.
They have cameras.
yeah, but who's uploading?
They have a news station.
There's no internet. There's no internet.
They have TV stations.
There is internet. It's just really controlled internet. It's really
they got the best net. They have their own version of the internet.
They've got like 18 websites. They're all North Korean websites, and they have no social media, so I don't know how anyone would post.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un has a Twitter.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. I only figured that out a few days ago.
I want to follow him right now.
You want to follow him?
Why do
you want to follow him? Are you just trying to support your dear leader?
I mean, no, he does. Oh, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Only just
no, it's a parody account. It's the parody.
No, that's a real account. It's a real account.
No, it
literally says. Does
it have the blue check mark?
It's not verified, but it is supposed to be legit.
You haven't found the right one then.
It is actually.
You haven't found the right one then.
Oh well.
Is it at real Kim Jong-un?
Should be.
Yes, Pyongyang. Yeah. Oh my god, you are right.
A big man. Yeah, you see, I'm always right. I've got a big brain and I'm really smart.
Our dear leader.
Oh, hello, Brad's randomness. I wonder who that could possibly be.
I don't know.
Hey, Brad's randomness. How's your RAF training going, bro? Yeah, we were playing a Roblox like RAF roleplay thing earlier today. I don't know why, but I mean, let's just be honest, it was a bit shit.
Yeah.
We also discovered that TJ Manis is actually a simp.
You know, I honestly, I legitimately thought that like Gmod's military RP was bad enough, and I never noticed how bad Roblox military RP was. Oh my lord.
You were just flying planes around in the background.
Yeah, we were trying to fly planes.
Yeah, he flies and he shoots us. Like, it's bullshit, bro. Like, I'm gonna contact his superiors and like say he's been RDMing and committing war crimes and that. But apart from that, right? Because we all know not Gmod, Roblox is the best game out there, and we know that there's totally nothing else that could top Roblox. Such as Minecraft or Gmod or any other game really. But the point is, right? The point is, don't use Roblox as serious roleplay, okay? Please. It's awful. It's bad enough that Coco plays a North Korea hentai simulator. But that's a story for another day. Right, so... anyways, right, I'm not gonna let Coco defend herself here, because we all know it's true. Right? Oh, I got a message from Birdman.
I agree.
Birdman wants to join in. Let's get large...
Oh, can we talk about how Ben just tried to raid us again today and failed terribly?
Well, we'll talk to Birdman real quick.
Bruh.
Hey guys.
Hello.
What's up? You got anything to talk about?
Yeah, it's Ben. Ben's autism fest.
We've been talking about this for the last 2 streams. What's different this time?
Yeah.
We tried this again.
Oh yeah, he did. Really, he did?
Yeah, he tried to raid us again. Apparently, I haven't seen anything about it, but luckily I've got my huge, strong moderator team to protect me from all these savages.
Yeah. And DJ Manus, who will be our moderator for today, he will be our moderator for today.
Yeah. Hello, Nina Garcia, whoever you are. I'm not too familiar. Oh god, that's an Angry Birds profile picture. Oh dear. Right, I'll step away from that. Right.
Okay.
So,
Ben, let me tell you something about Ben, because I think he's going. I think Ben is messing with kind of like the wrong crowd. I think he's Enterbot. If you don't know what that is a guy who defended Mr. Enter, and he's trying to going on a fucking Encyclopedia Dramatic, a Discord server. Oh, Mr. Enter did nothing wrong. Oh my god.
Right, so give people a rundown of who that is. Because not many people are aware.
It's a wiki where they document interesting people on the internet.
No,
so that's
I mean
why I can best describe it.
The person.
Oh, the person who's Ben. Oh yeah,
the dude that Ben was defending.
Oh yeah, Mr. Enter. He's kind of like Ben, but a little bit more. Have an established YouTube channel. He reviews cartoons of SpongeBob, kid shows, and you try to make a TV show called Grown Around.
Why are they all so obsessed with I don't know. Don't throw me under the bus for this, but they're all obsessed with children's TV shows, and I really cool. You watch the SpongeBob on the daily, right? That's great, but Jesus Christ,
he gets grossed out over fucking cartoon gore. Come on.
Really?
He said he vomited in a fucking episode of SpongeBob. SpongeBob got a splinter. I'm not joking. He actually vomited.
Hey, listen, I'll defend him on this point, right? But if you guys watch that scene where Squidward's toenail gets yanked off.
Oh god.
Bro, it's bad.
About that.
Oh god, that gave me trauma as a kid.
He's screaming as it happens as well.
Yeah, because SpongeBob's moving a table or a chair or something, and the chair basic of the table wedges into his toenail and pulls it off. It's awful. I don't. Steven Hillenberg was wildin', bro.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was a few things. It was.
Yeah.
I would never legitimately go to the point of saying that it made me want to throw up or some shit. It was disturbing, but bloody hell.
And then, and after Ben's autism, and then he tried to defend fucking Bill Cosby, saying that he's not a sex offender. I'm not joking.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. Look at
his
chat.
Point? What was his point?
I don't fucking know. You ask Ben because he drew Bill Cosby.
Wait. No, you're saying that Ben's defending him. I thought you meant the other guy.
No,
So Ben's
he's defending Mr. Enter and Bill Cosby. I'm just saying. He's
Jesus Christ.
He's defending.
Hi, dirty toenails.
That's
You
how
alright?
deep his autism is. That's how deep his autism is.
Hope you're having a good day, big Big Dirty Toenails. What a great name.
Oh yeah.
I should have named myself that, but no, I went for PapaAbdul's.
Dirty toenails, yeah.
The screenshot, you sent me a screenshot.
Yeah,
by the way,
I'll put it in
guys,
chat so we can, get
there'll be
some
more,
content.
all the stuff on the streams are, like, usually elaborated in our Discord server, so let me just run through the list real quick, as I do every stream for people who are watching. So, if you want to join our Discord server, it's in the description below. My Discord tag, if you want to directly contact me, add me as a friend, call me, whatever you want to do. That's in the top left. My Twitter's in the top right of the screen. And if you want to send me money, right? That's a good one. No, if you wanna donate to me and get your message on the screen, so I can read it a bit easier. You can do so. The link's in the description. I believe I can't really remember the minimum amount, but it ain't much. So yeah, that's all the stuff you really need to know. But yeah, please, if you're not in the Discord already, please do so. It's pretty swag. We have movie nights, we have game nights, we have a lot. Right, so I got the shameless self-promotion out of the way. So I'll be posting these. Birdman, if you want to post these screenshots in the file sharing channel of the server.
Yeah, I know.
So people can see them.
And then all of a sudden, Ben basically admitted that he was fucking DMing this one YouTuber named Easy Peasy for basically making fun of Mr. Ender. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. He actually went out of his way, get into someone's DMs, and basically said, "Oh, you're making fun of Mr. Ender. Oh my God, you're making fun of Mr. Ender. How dare you?" Like, I'm not joking. He actually did that.
Is it? Like, I'm still trying to get over the fact that he's defended Bill Cosby, to be honest.
He defended fucking Bill Cosby. Fuck. And another author.
Bill Cosby didn't even make those pills. He just bought them. It's not his fault that he used them. I mean, come on,
right.
God.
I got someone else who wants to come on. Oh yeah, that is actually a point. Thank you, Brad's Randomness.
Oh yeah.
If you enjoy this and you want to support us, you know, like the video, subscribe to me, just so you know when everything is coming up. If you don't like the video, I'll be mildly upset. All right. So, and
just
you don't want to see me being
chat.
mildly upset. All right. Let's have a look at this.
This is the YouTuber.
Wait. That's like, isn't that like a picture of him on like the top right of the screen, like a
Yeah. He
Messenger?
All by himself, Ben.
I'm a
And
biggest
he starts sharing it around like, "Hey
I
guys."
found that offensive. Jesus Christ. Right, listen, Birdman, I'm gonna have to get someone else on now. So
Alright.
It's been great talking to you. This has been very enlightening. Adding to the band saga. So.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
But
thank you very much.
But next Saturday,
Bob,
oh boy,
what the
we
fuck?
can't wait to talk about
Alright.
this
that?
next guy. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's Nikocado avocado right there.
Right. Okay. I'll see you next time, Birdman. Alright.
Alright,
I'd love to catch up with us after the stream or something, maybe. I don't know.
Alright, I'll come.
See you, Ben.
Alright,
bye.
Yeah.
I discovered a funny.
Next we have got DJ Madness who wants to come on for whatever.
No. I say we discuss the next topic.
Is he gonna be giving us a training exercise or something?
No, we'll get him his shit in here and then we'll talk about the next stuff.
Okay.
Right. Let's see if he's gonna respond. Hello, big man.
It's DJ Madness.
Big man. It's
Yeah.
Big man.
Yo,
Big man.
what's up?
Hello. Right. What do you want to talk about today?
Yo, I just want to say hi and tell the people to like, subscribe, and if you don't like and subscribe, you clearly have a mental defect.
Alright, okay. If they don't like it, they don't like it, man. I mean, I can't help that.
No,
They can help
if they
that
don't
by
like it,
telling
they
me
have
what they-
a mental defect.
Actually,
Okay,
but
three
here's the
people
point,
have
right?
liked this.
Here's the point, right? So, basically, if you don't like the video, right, and you think you can help us improve it in some way, join the Discord in the description below. We have a viewer suggestions channel, which we actually take into account when we're making the streams. You put your input in there, tell us what we could improve on, what you would like to see in the show, and we'll make sure we can do it for the next stream. Alright. That's epic.
But I just want to say, I think Ben has something worse than autism.
Okay,
I think he has Down
If you don't
syndrome.
like this
Okay,
stream, you're wrong.
Yeah, we'll have to get you off now, DJ. Alright, thanks for threatening the viewers into liking it. Alright.
Alright.
Right, so yeah, we had a few other things to talky-walkie about. Ooh.
Right, here we are.
So shut up, right? I don't know. I didn't know what to say. I went into a panic and I said that. Alright. I was in a daze. Right. Are we not going to talk about the fact that the US Navy has just confirmed the existence of UFOs?
Okay, UFO as in like unidentified flying object, or UFO as in like
unidentified flying
alien
object.
spaceship?
The U.S. government will never confirm alien presence because that's a stupid move to do.
I think they will.
No, they never will.
I don't
You
think
know
they'll
why?
actually
The
flush
Doomsday
it.
preppers there'd be people that would be like, I'm gonna make so much money off of this.
There'll be
There's
like
whole businesses
full on
that would
Captain
thrive off
American
that.
Civil War, bro.
Why?
Because people are stupid enough to be like, oh, the aliens are gonna come and kill us. So what they would do is they'd go out and pay thousands of dollars to get food that lasts like 10 years. And then afterwards, what would happen is there would be like 10 years later, they'd be like, well, no aliens were ever here, so the U.S. government lied. And then they'd sue the U.S. government for lying. Even though the U.S. government never lied, it's a UFO. But confirming the existence of aliens, you can never confirm the existence of aliens. Because it could easily be a Russian, or any, let's say China puts an alien doll in a spacecraft and has it piloted by someone in a station. Wow, guys, look, we can see in the cockpit it's an alien. No, you can't confirm the existence of an alien unless you can actually like go touch it and then like have a conversation with it, examine it. You can never confirm. It can just be, there could be so many multiple things.
I mean, that's actually a brilliant point. Yeah, you were saying last one?
The thing is, okay, aliens, okay, yeah, there'll never be aliens contacting us. Because you see, the thing is, even if they were, you know, like nice aliens, altruistic, trying to help us, you know, giving us all this stuff, do you know how many people would reject it? There'll be so many people, and there'll definitely be people like, kill it, and others.
The thing is,
like,
and I think this is something to consider,
And
right?
then-
The amount of media like negative media, like that aliens have received over the years, like the idea of them. Like if you think about, like, you never really see like movies about people making actual nice contact with aliens. You just see like,
yeah.
well, I mean, there is a few, right?
Excuse me,
There is a few.
E.T.?
Yeah, I was about to say
E.T.?
E.T. Yeah, I was about to say E.T. But
Okay, and here,
if you think
here's the
about like
thing.
shit like it's always alien invasions. Think about that.
True.
And here's one thing. So basically, okay, I don't know if everyone's seen this show, but like there was this show on Sky where basically these aliens come and they offer help, like they're helping, but in reality they were all just if Earth just gets destroyed in the end anyway. Like, oh, we all have. Like, life is infinitely better, all that, heaven on earth, and then all of a sudden they just take all the children and everyone's infertile.
Man watches the X-Files once, proceeds to wage war against the galaxy.
So, I think most likely, if there are like extremely advanced aliens out there, they would most likely be hiding and just watching us. That is, if they know that we exist in the first place.
Yeah. Hey, fuck, so what's going on, bro? Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Longshling, I have a very important question for you.
Yeah?
If you saw an alien with 3 tongues and it tried to give you head, would you accept it?
No.
Too many tongues.
Okay, that's all I asked. That's the only question I had. Thank you.
And even then, okay, that's just what if. Like, I personally believe that they're nowhere near us.
Yeah, I really.
I mean, if
think
there's an
that-
alien that could get to us, then that means they're infinitely more intelligent than us. So it doesn't even matter at that point.
Yeah.
Right, so
Aliens are very
basically,
cool.
what I like to think is that the probability of actually coming into contact with aliens from our own, like, planet is, like, ridiculously low if you think about it. Like, the single chance that there was life ever created on Earth, like, the fact that Earth was created to sustain life is next to a miracle. Because the amount of, conditions and coincidences that went into, like,
Yeah, all the
supplying us with
conditions,
our
even the moon.
complete needs.
Do you know the chances of us having a moon
Exactly.
And the moon is like one of the crucial things to have life. First off, the seasons, and then second off, how close it was early on, causing all these tides and all that. So
yeah, exactly.
Life in the ocean.
Everyone knows there's aliens, though.
Air.
Have you seen Hillary Clinton, dude? She's a lizard. It's
not aliens.
Hillary Clinton is not an alien, she's a demon.
Listen, here's the thing, right? But even the fact... It's even a miracle, like, down to the fact that we have the perfect concentration of hydrogen in the environment. Like, even stuff like that, it's like... that's just one simple thing that, like, would have been such a, like, a low chance of happening. If you think about all the perfections of this planet, like, coming together and the chance of it all happening at once, like, it's insane to think that there would be another one near us, like, that would also sustain life.
I think there's aliens, but I don't think they want to come here. I think there is some, but they.
I'm wondering what it would be like. See, like, when I think of perfection, I think of Zephyr, right? Obviously, as most people do.
Yeah, I mean, he is the ultimate life form.
Like, imagine the exact
directions to, like, you know, protect both predators, like, from both directions.
Zephyr literally is a miracle. There's no one like him in the world. Well, there's no one like anyone else. But Zephyr, imagine if Zephyr was never born, our lives would be totally different.
Oh, I don't think we would have met up, actually.
I think that we would never have stepped on the moon or anything like that if Zephyr was not
Yeah, true.
Why?
What if we collected a sample from the moon, but brought it back, and, like, Zephyr's mom come into contact with it, and, like, that's how Zephyr was born, the way he is.
Okay, I want to
Like
ask you a question, actually. I want this a question. So when you hear aliens, the first thing that pops into your head,
Big
I'm
tall
guessing
dude with
it's...
the stereotypical alien head.
And is it naked?
Yes.
But why is it naked? Don't you think they would have clothes?
Because
it's warm, goddammit.
If you think about it, right?
Humans are the only people that wear clothes. Humans are the only things that wear clothes.
The only animals on Earth.
People put sweaters on their dogs and stuff.
Life out there. If they've made their own civilization, don't you think they would also have clothing?
That is true.
No,
that's also
they might not have things to hide. They might not have
think about it. No, think about it, Coco. Right? So why do humans wear clothes? Like in the big
to
scale
hide
of
their
things?
private parts.
No, not just that.
No. Originally, I think people started wearing clothes
to adapt to environments.
Well, they were smart enough to make it, and it started getting colder.
Yeah, to adapt to the environment.
In current day, clothes are literally just for. The only reason people wear clothes in modern day is to attract sexual partners. Okay, that's literally the only reason. If you think about it, it can all be broken down. It can all be broken down to that. It can all be broken down to that.
The largest scale of clothing, like we're thinking, would aliens be wearing, like, you know, a Michigan T-shirt or something? No, right? Listen, think about it. Humans don't just wear clothes to, like, look cool. Like, they'll wear clothes to adapt to stuff. Think about, like, gas masks and military gear and shit. Like, it's all made for a purpose. So if you think about it, wouldn't aliens be seen wearing masks or, like, you know, heavy gear?
Yeah, but they might not have weather.
What if they can't breathe oxygen?
Yeah, exactly.
What if they can't breathe oxygen? They come down here and they have
to create a mask that filters out oxygen.
Actually, they probably do wear clothes. I changed my mind. They do wear clothes.
I mean, it's simple. Like, unless they're, like, an amazing life form that can literally, like, protect itself from the harshness of all the weathers and, like, different environments and, say, you know, chemical concentrations in the air and whatnot. That would be.
Because animals adapt to their
Let's just be honest. If we come into contact with them, they would not be, like, just there, right? We would be, like, dissecting them. I'll tell you that now.
What? Why would we do that? No.
Humans
would do it. No. If aliens, I have about a 50% certainty that the U.S. or Russia has been in contact with aliens, and the aliens are all dead and dissected. I can put money on that. If we have been in contact with aliens, they're currently dead and they've been dissected.
Just think about this. Just think about this, right?
Yeah,
that's how the world works.
Look, if it's dead, dead, we're gonna dissect it to learn about it.
Well, no, we're gonna kill it.
Autopsies exist. Coco, why do you think autopsies exist?
We did that to people once they died.
You know what an autopsy is, Coco, right?
No.
Basically, sometimes you can offer yourself. Right, hold on. So basically, when a person dies, you can actually before they die, they can offer themselves as an autopsy resource. Basically, when you die, you get cut open and they'll find out more about the disease that killed you or whatever, or what killed you.
Just like Jeffrey Epstein's autopsy and how it said that he was murdered and not
yeah.
he didn't kill himself. Just like that autopsy. Speaking of.
But basically, right. Listen. So what I was thinking was right. Of course, before autopsies, because have you guys noticed, right? And just hear me out, okay? Humans always want to evolve. They want to force their own evolution, right? Even down to stuff like prosthetics and suits that will enhance themselves. Plastic surgery is one actually. Think about it.
Yes, some girls want bigger titties, dude. You know what I'm saying?
But listen.
True.
If they performed an autopsy on an alien, right, and they found out what actually gave them, environmental advantages over us and stuff, if you think about it, they would try and replicate that exact same thing for humans. If you think about it, from stuff like military use, from, space travel, all
That's
sorts.
scary, though. I hate thinking about, the government.
I can promise this. I think that if any country came in contact with aliens, what they try to do is instantly form a pact with them, and then convince the aliens that everyone else in the world, every other country, is terrible. That way, they have the alien support, and they can basically control the world. That's what I think they would do.
The scariest thing to believe in is the fact that one time we would have essentially a galactic government in the sense, and I know that think about it.
Galactic empire.
No, because if you think about the fact that our entire Earth could be dictated by another life form, it sounds
Why would it?
Scary. Because think about it, right? Why would you let someone from another planet be able to dictate what goes on in your planet, which they have not come into contact with since then?
It's like the EU, but worse.
Maybe there is.
Think about the Senate from Star Wars. That's a bunch of different planets.
They're not
basically being dictated by one person.
Okay, so what if there is this huge galactic government out there, but the aliens aren't contacting us because we haven't mastered space travel? We can't go to different systems, and that's why they're not.
I personally think, right, and it sounds depressing, but it sounds pretty true. We haven't come into contact with aliens, or they haven't come into contact with us, because we're not worth their time yet.
Fair.
That's probably
our
the main
technology
reason. That's probably the reason, actually.
to them may be primitive, right? We probably have some of the worst technology out of all of them, right? Think about it. We're still dealing with difficulties such as disease and death and stuff, Maybe they've mastered.
They would turn us into slaves. I think if there was aliens that let's say if we were aliens, let's put ourselves in their shoes.
Area, definitely.
If we were
to be this advanced alien civilization that comes to us and be you're the superior species or something like that.
Well, look at how we treat livestock. We have livestock, don't we? Cattle. We have sheep.
Yeah.
Those are inferior species.
Best case scenario.
So that's how they would treat us.
This is my opinion. Best case scenario, right? Hold on, hear me out, right? Because best case scenario, in my opinion, would be that they consider us as endangered in the sense, right? Because we're dealing with so much issues, right? And even stuff like wars and that. Do you not think that maybe aliens will come here to protect us from ourselves?
No.
No.
Why would you think that?
Because
they don't give a fuck.
Why? Yeah.
Think about this is a bit of a stretch, but think about charity organisations such as the RSPCA and stuff that protect animals that are endangered, right? They enclose them to keep them away from dying, right? So what if they
have a motivation for that though?
Yeah.
Aliens.
They might not have empathy and sympathy. They might not have.
That is true, actually. You have a point.
Empathy is not universal. There's many species that don't have empathy in the world.
Yeah.
You think a tiger has empathy?
I'm thinking best case scenario because I don't think we'd be on par with the aliens at all.
They're gonna turn us into cattle. We're gonna be livestock for aliens. If aliens come to our planet right now, we'd be livestock for them. That's the extent of what we'd be. Because if they can come to this solar system and they can go from somewhere light years away, we're basically cattle to them. or nothing.
Won't they have their own?
What
Why
if?
are they...
What if?
What?
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
Well,
go on,
resources. They could just tell us mine.
Yeah, go on,
Okay.
Long, sorry.
What if Earth is already owned by aliens and we just don't know it, just like how a squirrel doesn't realize he's living on a large estate?
Hmm.
What? Why would they own it?
Longshot, I already told you, dude. It's Hillary Clinton, dude. I told you she's an alien. I made this point already.
Here's something else. Okay, so if there is like an advanced, highly thinking species of aliens out there, okay, now I'm just going to go into religion. Do you think they would have their own religion? And if their religion is like extremely similar to one on our planet,
I
do you
doubt
think
they
that
would
would
have
be
religion.
proof that
If they could come from if they could come from light years away, they're almost definitely immortal or very close to immortal, so they wouldn't have religion. Because if
They
you have
wouldn't have a
immortality, you
reason
don't need
to
religion.
believe in anybody. They wouldn't have an actual
Fair.
reason.
You only got to believe in yourself. It's pretty
The
much
thing
it.
is, if they're like hyper-intelligent species and like they've mastered all these things, like they're able to control their own species perfectly, they wouldn't believe in a higher creator because they don't feel controlled.
What about the aliens in What about the aliens in Halo? So would you call them unrealistic? Because
Yes.
of course they've mastered.
Well, actually,
all the
no,
shit.
because they're not hyper intelligent per se. They're like they're more of like a militaristic group in the sense that like they're basically warmongers, but they're not like of a higher intelligence at all. Because that game portrays as
Jedi believe in the Force.
Yeah, so Jedi believe in the Force because they have proof of it actually being real.
Wait, if we widen the scope of aliens from sentient beings to like just living things like alien fish, we probably have aliens inside our own solar system.
But
on the ice moon of Europa, has
I don't
an
think we'll come
oxygen-rich
into contact
atmosphere.
with like extremely intelligent like humanoid aliens.
We're
I just think
never gonna
I
see
think the
that,
extent
at least not
of
in
which
our
we'll
lifetime.
reach like alien life is like maybe an insect or something like that on another planet.
Do you guys know what a
I think we'll probably
homunculus
find
is?
alien fish
Yes.
in
Yes, I
Europa's
know.
ice.
You know, Longshot, you know when like a guy injects his own semen into a chicken egg and then it makes a homunculus? You guys seen those videos
Yeah.
before?
I actually
I've
have
seen
seen
them.
that
Is that a
before.
thing?
No,
Dude,
it's
yeah.
Wait,
That's
there's
real.
It's not real. It's not real.
It's not real, but that's the
It's not real,
extent.
but
That's
it's
the extent of
interesting.
something we would find. That's the extent of something we would find. There's
Yeah,
nothing
pretty
that's
much.
gonna be like, yeah.
I
What
mean,
would we find?
You know what's interesting? So you know the classic show. Anyone who isn't from the UK would not know about this, but Red Dwarf.
I've never actually heard of that.
I haven't seen it.
You know,
I've heard of it, but haven't
Red
seen
Dwarf. There have been so many, like instances where they find different species, but every time it's either an evolved version of the humans planet or something created by humans instead. Then you never see an actual alien. And that's interesting because like you'd think like 3 million years into the future, all this like
We should have evolved.
they're traveling through space. Hey, they even find a cat. They find a cat. Of course, one of the main characters is a cat, an evolved version of cats. None of them are aliens. They've all originated from Earth.
Guys, I have a question.
What is the same for
Longshot,
us? What if,
I have a
like,
question. So I want you to think about this for a second. So, if you're a female and you have sex with your dog, a male dog can get a female human pregnant. You guys know that?
No, they can't.
You
Yes,
what?
they can. Look it up.
terrifying.
No, they
Look
do
it
not
up.
have.
You
Look
can
it up.
get dog.
They
You
don't
can't.
have the same amount of chromosome pairs.
No, they're
Oh my
di-
God.
making
they'll die
fun.
instantly.
Do not fall for this.
No,
Do not
they-
get fucked by a dog.
Okay, no, listen.
Man.
You will create an embryo. The embryo will die almost
Yeah, it's
instantly.
gonna
But, like,
fucking
it'll
die.
develop and it'll die. That's actually.
What
a
if
thing.
so- what
Look
if
that
it's-
up.
Or it's like they're not compatible creatures.
Well, the thing is, the Chinese government has experimented with that stuff.
Genetically engineered cat
They don't-
girls.
Genetically engineered dog people speaking.
Can't.
No.
Look, the only
Communists have tried with pig humanoids.
species on Earth, 23 pairs of chromosomes are human. There is no other species out there that has 23 pairs.
Some have more, some have
Let's,
less. But
Some have more, some have less, but none of them have 23 pairs. So you can never have a child with a different species.
You can. You can. You can look it up.
It'll die instantly. There is no.
It'll die. You can have it like develop in your. It develops it, but it just dies. It can't survive.
Wait, but what if someone what if they did it in a test tube? Like they
it still dies.
Well, the Chinese government. The Chinese government has been said to experiment with like pig humanoids and stuff like that, and they're trying to create like lesser creatures to use as slaves. Like, no, they're gonna be enslaved.
Cross species breeding has never worked fully. They never look. There are mules, ligers, zorses, all that stuff.
Oh, mules.
But they have never. But we have mules. But those are always born infertile because
they can't produce their own.
They can't produce their own offspring.
And if they are fertile, they can only birth like a copy of one of the parents.
No, they're not fertile. It's impossible for them to be fertile. It's just impossible because their DNA isn't right to reproduce. They can't make other DNA that can reproduce because their DNA doesn't know how to do that. It's not supposed to be arranged correctly.
By the way, all white women who are watching this, do not fuck your dog. I swear.
Yeah. Do not be with Wisconsin. Don't be with.
No matter.
Well, actually, let's broaden that. Don't fuck any animals.
Or not. Do not fuck your dog. I swear.
You can get pregnant from a pig too. Long. Girls can get pregnant from pigs too. So you have to clarify that as well.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Dude, hey, you want a homunculus? I'll give you a homunculus, bud.
Don't make a homunculus.
I don't know.
What's that?
Well, they can't survive. No, they're impossible. Yes, technically.
They are impossible.
Alright. I think this has went way too far now. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's just calm it down, boys and girls.
It's just food for thought.
Right, so
we can create aliens if we want to. Technically.
Jesus Christ.
That's not how it works. Okay.
Right, listen. Anyways.
No, but like
Anyways, right. Yeah. So we've just had an interesting conversation. That was nice. But listen.
Dogs, but, you know.
Let's talk about something else that might fuel a fire.
Please, let's move on.
I've talked about the fact that China's lied about America creating COVID-19.
Oh yeah.
I heard about that. Oh yeah.
Wait,
they made a news report in Arabic and sent it out to a bunch of Arabic nations claiming that America actually started COVID.
Really? I didn't know about that.
Even though all the evidence points to China, no, it is the Americans.
They said it only came from China. It's not us. We are innocent.
You're innocent, yes.
We are innocent. We did not make any bioweapon.
How did they convince them it was America?
Oh, because anything China says is great to people because, like, the communists and communism good now, apparently.
Yeah, communism correct.
People actually believe it.
Vote Res no matter whose head.
Everyone hates America, that's why.
Dude, even the Soviet citizens hated communism.
Yeah.
Anyone
who's been under communism knows that communism is bad.
Wait, guys. Communism just hasn't been tried out properly yet. I hate to lie.
Oh my god.
I thought it had in Russia.
It was tried out properly and it's failed every single time.
But guys, it's good in theory, so if you just implement it properly, guys.
It's not a good thing tried out wrong. It's a bad thing tried out right.
So I'd like to ask a question to like anybody who would actually believe in communism, right? If this hasn't been implemented properly yet, tell me exactly how the correct way to implement it would go about. Tell me that, because I would legitimately like to hear that, because I hear that it hasn't been implemented properly at all. Communism hasn't been done properly. So how should it be done properly? Can you tell me that? Tell me how the Soviets got it wrong, tell me how China got it wrong, tell me how North Korea got it wrong.
There's only one way. There's only one way. The whole world has to be communist, or else it won't work ever.
Yeah, it's like some people argue that in an anarchist state where there is no state, communism works. But then if there's no state to make you a communist,
there's no way
communism will just...
The problem is people have too much desire for power. So if you have power, if people desire power, there's going to always be a power imbalance. And if there's a power imbalance, you cannot have true communism.
You see,
you're either free or communist. Those are the two options.
Okay, here's something. So you know the what's it called? Starship Troopers. You know Starship Troopers, and the aliens, the bugs. So you can call them a communist society, but basically the reason their communist society works is because they are not individuals. They all live off a hive mind.
Yeah.
That's basically it. They have no free will.
That's what China's trying to do.
They are not monkeys. They are bugs.
If you look at people in China, they're very simple-minded and they're very like uniform.
What?
Very, very uniform. People in China are becoming more and more uniform.
What does that mean?
People in China, there's not like a lot of creativity in China. The culture is no, there's not. The culture in China is based mainly off of hard work. Everyone coming home doing the same thing
and honor.
You look at in honor. Well, that's more Japanese culture, but honor is sort of in Chinese culture.
Chinese is actually like pretty big on honor. Like if you dishonor your family, like you're better off dead, basically.
But so was like bees. Mm-hmm. Oh, you didn't give it the queen enough pollen. You didn't give enough food to the hive. You're gonna get kicked out. You disgusting human, or disgusting bee. I mean, sorry, human shouldn't be in a hive. You disgusting bee. You don't belong in this hive. Same thing.
True.
So like, I think China is just like the thing with China is they're not diverse, and that also helps. To get true communism, I think you'd all have to be the same race because differences and cultural differences is where communism starts to not work. Even like you can't. That's the problem. Communism doesn't work with cultural diversity because no one's on the same
culture. Period. You can't be any kind of patriotic.
Humans are greedy and irrational creatures. We are not.
It's true.
We cannot. There will always be something that will throw a spanner into the work. We cannot become a perfect machine that just does all this for the betterment of.
I mean, Longstrong, I have a confession. I have a confession. I'm really greedy for Angry Bird coin, so that's just
people will always have a goal, and they'll do anything to if they don't have a set. This is if they don't have a a set of rules to stop them, they will stop at nothing to reach that goal, and that will go against communism.
The thing is, right, communism is created through like a massive absence of culture and a hive mind like community.
It's the idea that everyone is equal when they're not. People are not equal. I'm just saying this right now.
The thing is, right, is everyone is equal and everyone is the same is two completely different things, and communism more goes across everyone is the same than everybody is equal. And that basically means that there is no room for difference, right? You have to either contribute to the mutual goal or get out, basically. You'll be punished if you don't contribute.
People can't live by just one goal. Everyone has their own different goals, which are different. That's why it doesn't work.
Exactly, like China is working for the investment of the state.
You can't have your own businesses.
You can't have your own businesses in China?
No, in communism.
Because it's state enforced.
China has capitalist. China has a capitalist economy. They changed to it because they realized that communist economies wouldn't work unless the whole world's under communism. Yeah. So that's why they have to change.
That's why people started moving away from China in the 90s.
I honestly can't think of a company of a small company in China. I can't think of a company in China that isn't just a massive corporation.
Yeah.
That has been that was granted approval by the government itself. It's always a company that starts. The government is like, "Hey, I like you. I'll give you all this," and then it's just.
Have you always noticed? And
then all the competitors are gone.
Yeah, have you always noticed how in China the businesses are normally like massive conglomerates when they also have subsidiaries in like America and that, which basically means that they have big companies that own the smaller companies in different parts of the world.
Just like Alphabet and Google.
It's never like there's a rare amount of companies that are Chinese that are owned by Western countries. Like
there are plenty of Western companies that are owned by Chinese people.
Exactly.
Especially in Canada.
World Health Organization.
Not saying anything, but
World Health Organization.
Mother loved me long time.
I'll go to Toronto.
Yeah.
I'll rent a house in Toronto, just saying.
Oh really? I've never heard of that one, like. Is wait? It's like real estate in Toronto owned by China.
Oh, Oh no, I'm not saying that Chinese people in Toronto are money laundering drug money through real estate. No, I'm not.
Careful, like, because you know,
Dude, opioids literally come from China. The opioid crisis in the US was literally caused by China. So I mean,
yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That's strange.
Tom Dweller saying, screw the World Health Organization. Son of Bernie Sanders, Space Marine.
Wasn't the World Health Organization started by like some form of fucking terrorist?
Jesus Christ, Chairman Mao.
What?
Chairman Mao? Lol.
Isn't he that one guy that I told you to...
You make him winning the joke about him, bro, you're gonna die.
He wasn't a communist, he was an anarchist. He told young people to beat their teachers, dude. I mean, that's kind of twisted.
No way.
Yeah, that's what he told them.
Are you
He basically told them, resist, always resist. Like, the idea of Mao was, like, always resist, hierarchies and people with power. So he told students they had more power over them. That's actually a thing. You can look that up.
Yeah, so when the people gonna resist him and, like, you know, beat the shit out of him? Or has he just got like a big exception because he owns China?
He's got a big exception, exactly. Yeah. Well, he wanted the educational part to get.
Sorry, you cut out for me there.
He wanted people in educational part to get beat because education, basically beating education to submission. That's basically what he wanted to do.
Right. Because like, here's the thing, right? This is one thing that like countries like that do not want to do, and that is have a well-educated population. Like, educated about certain things that they would come to realize are not right in their country. Think about like when feminism was actually like when people were fighting for like equality, like equal pay and stuff.
I still know people like that out there, and I'm just thinking
like when it was actually like really bad. Like one of the leading feminists actually said, and it's actually a decent quote: "Do not educate your enemies," right? When we were letting them into like universities and that's actually how they overthrew the regular system, and that it's because they were well educated by the enemy. So obviously they don't want education to go too far because it could mean that it would cause the population to go against the government. So the instant, you know, they oppose major education and they essentially threaten them with violence if they disobey. Which is
Tiananmen Square?
Never happened.
Tiananmen Square, anyone?
You know the place where nothing happened?
Oh, yeah, sorry, the place where nothing happened?
Place where absolutely nothing happened.
Tiananmen Square? Oh, like the, from that one game song. You know, like that really cool 80s song.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a song about the place that, like, nothing really happened there, you know.
It's just a nice tourist destination. What do you want?
Nobody got shot.
It's a lovely place. There's no history there.
You know.
Oh, speaking of that,
there was no student protesters.
Did you hear about basically there are a bunch of Chinese tourists coming to the Czech Republic for an event. So what the Czech Republic did was just outside of the airport, they put up big information posters on the Tiananmen Square massacre.
No way.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have it. I don't remember where I saw it.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's actually hilarious. Yeah. Oh my god.
Why did they do that?
Because the Chinese are like extremely censored. Like
yeah, they're not allowed to talk about that, aren't they? Are they?
They're not allowed to talk about anything that would like threaten the integrity of the government.
Hello.
I mean, did you hear about the reporter in China that got arrested for inciting trouble or something like that recently? I'd have to look up about it, but basically, like, a reporter who was like documenting stuff in China got arrested for trying to start trouble, according to China. But knowing them, they probably just like uncovered some shit about them or made a claim about the virus that linked to them or whatever. You know how they also arrested that doctor because he was trying to stir up trouble when he warned people about COVID-19, yeah.
What?
Yeah, but
That's
one of the original
crazy.
doctors that warned people about coronavirus in China got arrested because he was apparently trying to start trouble.
Oh.
It's absolutely insane that, like, it's still, like, this stuff still happens, you know? I think censorship in itself should be heavily opposed. I think freedom of speech should be a basic human right.
Yeah.
Okay? No law should be able to, like, govern what people are saying.
Yeah, because the second you govern what people say, you govern what people think. And that's just me.
True.
Yeah. You will give me liberty or you will give me death. But the thing I don't understand, right, is that, like, nobody has opposed China on these things. Nobody has brought it up. And I mean, if there was an epic combined effort. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me just time some people out. Okay.
Okay.
And sort. Yeah, bro. Indeed, this is a massive bro moment. I do agree. But the thing is, right? So you got China, who is censoring people and like unlawfully killing people and arresting people. And you've got like every other world government that just turns a blind eye. Why? Why?
Because they make all of China's shit.
Like, think about think about.
Look at anything on your desk and say made
an industrial
in China.
powerhouse. Right. Think about the fact that most places rely on Chinese production, right? China has literally used its power over the industry as a way to threaten other countries. And it is a smart move.
We have power over China too, though, because 40% of their economy is from us.
But think about it.
So
think about if all of China ceased production of everything towards the other countries. That would be chaotic.
I think the U.S. would honestly be fine because we have a lot of manufacturers here, but most countries in Europe be screwed. Canada
you
would
guys
be
have a lot of
screwed.
manufacturers, not enough to sustain an entire population, really. Well, maybe like with basic needs, but you know.
I mean, what's made in China that's not made here in the U.S.?
Chinese food.
We have no.
Chinese products.
I'm pretty sure people that cook in the U.S. make Chinese food.
If you look at something at the shop and it says "Made in China," put it back. I'm telling you, I don't care how cheap it is.
Things are
There's a reason it's cheap because it was shit. It was
It's
created
garbage.
cheaply. It was created shittily.
Let me just say something.
Chinese-made solar panels. Get an American-made solar panel, a British-made solar panel, anything that isn't China. Because they'll cut corners.
Refuse.
They'll cut very important corners just to make it
I don't
cheap.
so much from China.
Yeah, they're evil and they have slave labor basically. Their labor's all
They
slave.
do actually have slave labor. The minority Muslim population in Asia, they're captured and put into quote-unquote re-education camps in China.
Did you know?
And
Did you know there are many? Did you know there are many sweatshops out there in China that have like nets around it? So
Yeah, to
if a
stop
worker
them-
tries
so-
to
yeah.
to stop people from jumping off and
Killing
killing themselves, if they jump off, they'll just be fucking fished out and put back in their seat and told to work.
So the thing is, right? I can make a connection to this because I had the choice from the beginning to either buy material from China that's half the price for 3D printing, or just buy material from the U.S. So from the beginning, I just decided that I'm not gonna subject myself to buying material for $10 cheaper and getting it from China because of the conditions that they have, and I feel like it's not ethical that the U.S. has such a high supply of other countries can manufacture. But when you don't support manufacturing places of other countries, like let's say this country makes this material, or this country makes let's do like tiling. Okay, I'm gonna tile my house. So this Chinese company, they'll do it for 50 cents cheaper per square foot, and this U.S. company we'll do it for that price, not 50 cents cheaper.
Yeah. So
what happens
is there any like quality difference between the two? Would you say?
Yeah, not always. Sometimes the quality is honestly greater in some Chinese stuff. With the 3D printing stuff, sometimes the Chinese stuff is actually better. It depends what brands you go for.
But it's just a moral choice, essentially.
I had the choice of getting a Chinese printer. I went for a Japanese one. And Chinese printers are pretty bad for 3D printing, so Japanese ones are pretty good, so I wanted the Japanese one.
I'm surprised Apple hasn't got shade for their, practices in China and whatnot. Their manufacturing.
Well, it's Apple, Apple, that's not Apple's. Apple doesn't manufacture their own stuff. They give it to Foxconn to manufacture. So they just say, oh, it's not us manufacturing, we just hire a company, blame it on them. So they hire Foxconn, which is a company that makes silicon-based products. And they make all the iPhones, basically. 80% of what they do is for Apple only. So.
Yeah. But it's still pretty insane how, like, it doesn't get, like, people don't put two and two together and basically say, this isn't right, why are you still doing this? And it's even more ridiculous that, Apple is still going through this after everything that, like, the people that have spoken about it,
I mean, some people, you'll see feminists. Let's say you're at a feminist rally and they're talking for rights, right? And then someone comes up to them and they got into an argument. The ironic thing is they take out their iPhone made by slave labor. So they take out their iPhone made by probably kids in a sweatshop.
Yeah, the oars.
And then they're like, "Can you believe this? This is ridiculous. How can this happen in 2019?" While they're holding something that's literally made by slave labor. So it's really ironic. It's really, really ironic. And people are just really closed-minded. And these companies mask it so well that you don't even think about it. How your products are made anymore.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Exactly. I don't understand that. It's really hypocritical as well.
Yes.
Oh, I think we're coming. Oh, our time's nearly up. We got just about 2 more minutes. So I'll just go into the meat details. I'll just real quick mention that UK has officially passed the coronavirus peak, which is epic, right?
We're gonna go down, right?
We're on the downhill slope now.
US is still going. Let's go, baby.
It's just a podcast for a 2016 Ben Shapiro video. Dude, I don't even know at this point. The lines are getting blurred. Free Hong Kong, true. Fat true.
Yeah, Hong Kong still.
Dude, I'm amazed by the amount of people that comment on Twitter posts about the fact that Hong Kong protesters have been arrested and they're like, yes, it's very good that this has happened. Glory to CCP. Glory to CCP. It's insane. I can't believe that people have been so twisted by these ideologies that they'll literally agree with the fact that these dudes are being arrested for fighting for liberty. You know what I mean?
Honestly, if you think about it, this might be a Chinese ploy to get Hong Kong. I mean, it did originate in China, and
that's what I actually assumed originally. I
mean, if you think about it, I don't know.
Yeah, it would make.
No,
sense.
China's trying to say that we started the virus in the U.S., which is absolutely ridiculous. Really? We started the virus?
I have insomnia, but this cures it, so I watch. Dude, if it helps you, then it's epic. Reddit upvote, bro? Oh no, that wasn't a Reddit upvote, bro. I just saw an arrow, but it wasn't. God damn it. Just posting pictures of people. Oh, that's epic. Right. Love it. So yeah, we're gonna be wrapping this up now. I'm glad that it cured your insomnia to doing this. It's brilliant. So yeah, I hope you guys have, for the most part, enjoyed this. We'll be back here next week, next Saturday at the same time, and I hope this has your insomnia. So yeah, stay safe. Have a good weekend. See you later, boys. It has been epic.